What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on the future of the MonsterVerse. Godzilla X Kong. The new empire has been so successful. It's nearly taken over Kong the Skull Island to have the biggest domestic numbers for a MonsterVerse movie. Bear in mind, there's only been 5 MonsterVerse movies. It's closing in on Kong Skull Island. It's just done over $436 million in 3 weekends, which is insane. They've basically confirmed there's going to be another movie and there's multiple spin-offs from Apple TV, which is unofficially confirming the MonsterVerse isn't going anywhere. So, yo, what is freaking good, YouTube? What's you have you? And no animation time to never miss any of the kaiju, MonsterVerse, Marvel, DC, pop culture based content that I cover personally on a daily basis. Could subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, let me know what do you freaking want for the next movie. Also support the channel by becoming a channel member. It costs less than 99p, less than $1, or even do a super chat in this very video. It helps keep the lights on at the Warstu headquarters. Also check us out on Instagram at Warstu to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice. Your boy is going to a special event this week, and I'll post some stuff on the Instagram stories. Also follow us on Twitter, WarstuG, because someone stole my handle. So, Legendary Pictures is the company that actually makes the Dune movie and also makes the MonsterVerse movies. But for some reason, Deadline always calls these movies a Warner Bros. Movie. But no, it's a Legendary Pictures movie. Because on their article, it's a very good, very good breakdown, to be fair. But it says, meanwhile, Warner Bros. And Legendary's other major titles in the marketplace, Dune Part 2, is now, it's just under $700 million, which is insane because the first one did just over 400. For a sequel to do nearly double, I mean, double will be 800, it's just closing in $700 million, is insane. But the thing that's annoying is it's 100% a Legendary Pictures movie. The only part where Warner Bros. Discovery comes in, if you want to get technical, is the distribution rights. Now, it is funny because Legendary nearly pulled both Godzilla and Dune from their streaming platform when, with Godzilla Vs Kong, they did the stupid day-and-day release, but still, Godzilla Vs Kong did $470 million, which is insane because that was literally when the cinemas were just reopening. So this is absolutely insane that Legendary Pictures have the 2 bangers coming out very close to each other, and it proves that the cinema is open and people want to watch it. So, you know me, I'm pretty transparent. I put a post up on Twitter and people took it the wrong way. All I'm saying is, I believe the MonsterVerse movies should be competing with the Marvel numbers and with the DCEU numbers, you know, the BVS, like $800 million, etc. I mean, sure, this movie could still break $500 to $600 million, but I personally think how much hype there was for Godzilla vs. Kong back in 2021 and how much hype there was for this movie, that this movie should already be over $600 million. So the potential for the MonsterVerse is absolutely insane. Although I'm not criticizing it, I can still critique something I liked. I have watched this movie twice. I really like Godzilla X Kong. I just feel like it should be way ahead of what it is. But if you look at it from a numbers point of view, the only movie it took down King of the Monsters domestically this past weekend, and obviously I made a little mistake in the prologue when I said it was second in the domestic numbers, but the UK people don't really care about domestic. But technically, if you go by data, Kong Skull Island did $160 million, and Godzilla, according to the numbers.com, did $200 million domestically. But it's still up there. It still beat King of the Monsters, which is my favorite MonsterVerse movie, and it beat Godzilla vs. Kong. I know that came out literally post-pandemic around the Snyder Cut time in 2021, but still, that had massive hype. The YouTubers, the views, the traffic, the trailer views, there was way more hype for that movie, yet this movie it's beat Godzilla versus Kong already. So let's hope it can go on to make $500 to $600 to $700 million, because it only means good things. The fact that Adam Wingard has already come out and he's talking about a third movie, talking about his inspiration and how he would do something similar for what he did for Kong with Godzilla this time round, him talking about Destroyer, him talking about Baby Godzilla Jr., people actually thinking that the main Godzilla is going to die in the third movie of the trilogy is insane. I mean, technically with the licensing agreement they have with Toho, Godzilla is actually allowed to die, but they've got to have another Godzilla that replaces him pretty quick. So I know some people are getting sick and tired of these videos because you're saying they're repetitive, but box office numbers are quite indicative. There's no point me covering all these plot leak videos and such things like that if I don't cover how well said movie actually does when said movie actually comes out. So it's a pretty awesome time for Legendary Pictures. They're also talking about The Messiah, Dune Part 3, The Messiah, which they've been building up to for ages. Now, I get it. Many people on this channel probably don't watch Dune, but to be honest, Dune is pretty much one of the best movies that's come out in recent years. So good, it's probably going to clear up the Oscars next year like Oppenheimer and Cillian Murphy did at the Oscars this year. It's probably going to be potentially Timothée Chalamet clearing it up at the Oscars next year. Dune is such a cool movie, and it's cool, but the only issue I have is, yo, Legendary Pictures, because it's your movie, you don't really have many big movies. You don't really have any movies after this. So I still feel like they should have waited till April to bring out Godzilla X Kong, and then it would have given Dune more room to breathe, and it would have given Godzilla X Kong more room to breathe. But Godzilla X Kong New Empire is literally smashing numbers everywhere. Notably in China, Godzilla X Kong has become the first Hollywood title to pass $100 million there since Megan 2 The Trench, which was a Chinese co-production. The only problem with this, right, from a financial standpoint is the percentages are way higher in China. So realistically, Legendary and I guess Warner Bros. Won't get as much money back from making money in China. But if you do look at the breakdown on Watch Mojo box office numbers, it gives a pretty nice breakdown. So obviously it's made more money internationally because let's be honest, America's a tiny country. Okay, I said it compared to the rest of the world, obviously. $268 million internationally, 157 domestically, which predominantly will most likely get close to $200 million, potentially. So it's the third week. Obviously, after the second week, there's always a massive freaking dip, but that's the same with every movie. But to be fair, this has made more money than most of the Marvel movies, to be honest, like Shang-Chi, Eternals, Black Widow, so on and so forth. That's why I say it's got so much potential to be as big as the MCU. Maybe. I mean, $2 billion and it's only made 5 movies. Realistically, Godzilla in 2014, Skull Island 2017, King of the Monsters 2019, Godzilla Vs Kong 2021, and then Godzilla X Kong 2024. And now, if you look, there's like a pattern there. There was a 2-year gap between Kong, Skull Island, and King of the Monsters and Godzilla Vs Kong. The only reason there was a 3-year gap between Godzilla Vs Kong and Godzilla X Kong was because of the pandemic. The movie was supposed to come out in 2023. So predominantly, you could say the next movie will be coming out in 2 to 3 years. So you're looking at 2027 or 2028 to destroy your monsters. So it's pretty freaking awesome that the MonsterVerse has already been confirmed and verified to be getting more projects, because we know that based on Apple TV confirming Monarch Season 2. They're also working on other projects, which they haven't said, but they're in the works. So it's just a freaking good time to be a MonsterVerse fan. Now, I will try to keep the Legendary MonsterVerse videos up if I can, but as I said, I will be doing more Marvel content, i.e. Deadpool 3, Superman movie. Obviously, I'm hyped for that, but you guys think I hate DC. I just haven't spoke about it because there's not much to speak about yet. And yes, we will be doing other DC content. The Batman 2, we did a lot of coverage for the Batman back in, I can't remember, 2021 was it? Yeah, it was years ago now. Maybe like 2020. It was such a long time ago. And sure, Joker 2, etc., so on and so forth, because we cover so much on this channel. We will be doing our spoiler review for Rebel Moon Part 2, The Scar Giver, later this week. So like always, guys, catch us on Twitter, WushUG, catch us on Instagram, @WushU, and I'll catch ya in another video very soon. Catch you later.